question, he tells us, but he sidestepped when asked about the leak itself.
Do you think that this leak has irreparably changed the court? We've never seen this happen before.
Well, you know, if this decision holds, it's really quite a radical decision.
Andy, this part of the exchange was so notable to me because the White House released a statement this morning, no comment about the leaker, no comment about the integrity of the court. He's asked specifically about the leaker, to which he could have said, as Dick Durbin did, look, there's no place in society for this. The integrity of the court's in jeopardy. He didn't say that.
No, he didn't. And his main job here, you would think, would be to protect the court as an institution, because even though he's the executive branch, our governing system, our constitutional system, relies on each of the branches, and the court performs an essential role in protecting, not only protecting the rights of Americans, but keeping the other branches in their lanes. So as far as the president's concerned, you would think that what I would regard as a prosecutable crime in carrying out this leak would be the thing that the chief executive would be most concerned about. But obviously, you know, we're awash in politics as usual.
Yeah, prosecutable crime. So in your opinion, would that be lying to the FBI, or is there something more than that?
Well, I don't think it's just, you know, I don't even know if anyone lied to the FBI, if that's in the equation. But, you know, look, these are government records. All the people who work at the Supreme Court, they're not like private actors. They're all government officials, right? The justices, the people, the clerks who work for them, their staff, support staff at the court. The materials they work with are government records. If you embezzle a government record, that's a federal crime. If you convert it to your own use, it's a federal crime. If you obstruct a judicial proceeding, it's a federal crime. If you commit fraud on the government, which I always thought fraud on the government was like, you know, you steal money or property. But the way the Supreme Court has interpreted the fraud on the government statute, it's very broad. So anything you do in the way of corrupt or deceptive practices that undermine government functions can be prosecuted as a conspiracy to defraud the government. So there's a lot of bases for criminal investigation here, and it's very important that they get on it and do it, because the thing with these fraud cases or these leak cases is if you don't get on it right at the beginning, the information gets too diffuse and it gets very hard to nail down, you know, where the leak was.
Yeah, a myriad of potential crimes, a myriad of contradictions. Kennedy, let's take a walk down memory lane. Here's Jen Psaki on leaked material.
We're not going to comment on leaked tapes. Well, I'm not going to get into private diplomatic conversations or leaked transcripts of phone calls.
They'll get in never before leaked Supreme Court draft opinions.
Yes, and all it takes is one activist to turn an entire branch of government on its head. And that's what someone is trying to do here. Someone feels that they have the moral right to get this draft into the public sphere. This is not the final decision. And this is how the Supreme Court has operated, and it's how they feel they should operate, being able to go back and forth, write opinions, write drafts, discuss amongst themselves. And, you know, it's not the first time that something has been leaked, but it is the first time that something has been leaked this early on in the process. The actual Roe v. Wade decision was leaked hours before the Supreme Court released the actual decision. So the point of this is to force the issue into the public sphere, to put pressure on the justices, and people are reacting as though this is the final decision. It is not. But what it does for Democrats is it gives them cover from the myriad of issues right now that are plaguing them and pulling them down and pulling down the president's poll numbers. And, you know, although this would be bad news for pro-abortion activists, ultimately for this administration, this is great. It is the gift that they have needed, and that is a single issue distraction that is the ultimate cultural wedge.
Which ultimately, I think voters